Police in some major cities across the country are reporting a skyrocketing surge in auto thefts, especially violent carjackings. CBS's Charlie DeMar here in Chicago has that story and rare footage from minutes after a carjacking attempt.
In the middle of State Street in downtown Chicago, we met Love Rundawa moments after he fought off a crew of armed teenagers who tried to steal his rental car.
They put their gun on my chest and they were hitting it. There were 4 or 5 people.
Rundawa, visiting from Las Vegas, says one of the would-be carjackers pulled the trigger, but the gun jammed.
I'm like, dude, if you're gonna shoot me, before shooting me, I will take this car off and I'm gonna smash it on the wall and you're gonna die with me.
I call it the lazy man's auto thief.
Christopher Herman is a former NYPD crime analyst and assistant professor at the John Jay College of Criminal Justice in New York City.
There's a small group of people that think, they can get away with more crime now. The police are not being as aggressive or not doing as much of their job as they normally do.
In Minneapolis, carjackings have spiked roughly 320% compared to this time last year. Carjackings in New Orleans up 150% year to date. New York City has seen 311 carjackings, up from 129 a year ago, an increase of 141%.
Here in Chicago, there have been 1,400 carjackings, more than double all of last year. That works out to about 4 carjackings every day.
Brendan Denahan is the chief of detectives for the Chicago Police Department. His theory as to why there's been a dramatic jump in carjackings:
there seems to be a remarkable amount of emboldened criminals who are committing acts. And it's a combination of the pandemic and the civil unrest, and police departments across the country are struggling to deal with this violence.
A carjacking ring was after retired Chicago firefighter Dwayne Williams' red SUV earlier this month. Caught on surveillance video with guns, the firefighter fought back, pulling his own. The 65-year-old was shot and killed. A 15-year-old was among those arrested.
We've arrested several younger offenders and some repeat offenders. I think half of our arrests this year for the carjackings have involved juvenile offenders.
A property crime on the rise that can turn deadly in seconds. Charlie DeMar, CBS News, Chicago.